Hey everybody, we're here in Mobile, Alabama at the National Street Rod Association Nationals, and this is my first time visiting here. But anyway, it looks like it's going to be a good car show. There's a lot of cars here now. This is a Friday, and on Saturday, I'm thinking even more cars are going to be here, but we're going to look around at who showed up today. I appreciate you being here and hope you enjoy this video. If you hadn't already subscribed, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. But for now, let's get out here and take a look around and see who showed up. Let's take a look on the inside there. Now here's a 41 Dodge, and I will admit I had to look to see what it was. I wasn't sure what I was looking at here, but it is a kind of like a metal flake purple. See, he's got aftermarket gauges in here. Built him a custom console there with cup holders in it. And you can see they're using the trunk there for shade, which that comes in pretty handy on a hot day like today. I think it's in the low 90s. Now this is a 67 Pontiac Executive. I don't know if this is related to the Bonneville somehow, but it does remind me of it. As you can see, this is all original looking, all the way down to the hubcaps here. Fender skirts, like a matte black 55 Chevrolet here.
How do you like that? He's got an Impala sticker in the back.
Wow, look at the way this Mustang's sitting up here. That's like 70 style right there. I like it. How you like the two-tone silver and burgundy, the way they contrast there? It is a 65 model. Of course, that back seat folds down there to create a cargo area back here in the back. Look at this big old 46 Mercury convertible here. Okay, now this is a 23 Dodge, and again, I wouldn't have knew what it was if I didn't have it written on there. Look at that old Dodge Brothers emblem there, though. Yes, that was before everything combined to Chrysler Corporation later on. It's got wooden running boards. I'm not sure if that would have been wood back in the day or not. Wow, look at that. Is that old school or what? That's a 32 Ford right there with the baby moons on it. Got two 4s on there. See, he's got Offenhauser valve covers, which is an old aftermarket Speed's part of the company. Okay, take a look at this 57 four-door wagon right here. The plates on the front says One Kahuna. So I guess they got this as a surf wagon. There's the board up there on top. Here's one I think is a early 50s Chevrolet or GMC pickup truck. It's a flat black. It's got kind of a gold flame job on it, gold metal flake, as a matter of fact. Yeah, that dash there is even painted in metal flake. This is actually a 47. I didn't think it was that old. But I think this body style ran all the way up to, I think, the early part of 55. Nice 57 two-door post. I like the way he did the dash in there. Here's a 33 Ford. You can see it's got some custom paint on it there. Wow, he's done a lot here. The interior. Here's a 39 Mercury, and it's really custom. As you can see, it's got a custom grill on it. Got this pinstriping. They've louvered the hood. Even got padded running boards there. And it is a convertible. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's hard to beat a 57 Chevy in bright red. I mean, if there's an iconic 50s car, this is it right here. Well, look how nice that interior is in here. Here's a nice 67 Chevy Nova. I like that bright orange color. It's got the old style American mags on it.
Yeah, man, you can still do that. You got your holes right there.
And it's got them sit up pretty high too. I like that.
Yeah,
There's 427 emblems on the hood and on the engine here.
I would do that. Yeah, you're running your original wiper on.
It is a manual transmission, and he's got aftermarket gauges in here.
Early car, black doorknob.
That's a nice Nova right there. Okay, here's a 61 Ford Starliner, and it's been worked over pretty good. Very, very custom. You can see he's upgraded the engine there. And the interior, let me show you the interior. It looks really nice. A nice brown leather interior. Kate, I was told this dashboard, the instrument cluster came out of a 63 Mercury. You said they just bolted it right in. It's a black and silver 55 that's sitting really low here. Automatic transmission, but the way that shifter's in there makes it look like a manual. This little Chevy tune over right here looks very serious. And I don't know how well my camera's gonna pick it up, but the paint on this purple right here is just amazing. The way it's blended in there. I hope my camera's picking up this paint because it's just amazing the way that paint is doing there. Got a Hot Wheels emblem here. And I noticed there's a Hot Wheels car on the dash there. Okay, I got some more info. You see that Hot Wheels on the dash? It was made after this car. And this is called marbleized paint. That is so cool. Here's another 55, and kind of like a reddish burgundy and silver. Or gray. Oh wow, this has got a nice interior. Got a padded dash there. Here now is another very custom Ford pickup truck. You can see it's been chopped. It's a purple and white. Aftermarket instrument panel in there. And a nice wood bed. And the Tasmanian Devil is driving it back here. Okay, y'all, I came inside for a few minutes to escape the heat because it's really hot outside. But as you can see, they have all types of t-shirts and things for sale in here. They do have a few cars on the inside here, and I think this is a Rolls Royce. I wonder what's under the hood of that. Wow, this is a brown metal flake and white. You don't see Rolls Royces modified very often. And it's a right-hand drive too. There's an old 58 or 59 Chevy pickup truck, fleet side. Got all the hydraulics in it there. There's a Sharp 72 C10 pickup there. I think those wheels look really good on there too. Here's a Ford Ranchero, probably mid-60s, I'm guessing. Look, it's got swivel seats in it. Those, I know those used to come like in the mid-70s Monte Carlos and a few other cars. And look, there's an armadillo back here drinking RC. I like those centerline style wheels they got there. They're American racing. Yeah, I like those wheels too. These seats, in the dark, you can't see them that well inside. If it was outside in the sun, you could see much better, but it's kind of like a bluish black diamond tuck seat with red stitching. It actually looks really good. I like that stitching pattern.
Yeah, I did that on purpose. I wanted it to match the body color.
Oh, so you did the interior?
No,
Oh, you had to?
It was my idea. The interior guy was one of my best friend's nephew. So yeah, it's his nephew did it. And then,
Oh, that's cool
but
right
it was,
there.
you know, it's enough to where you don't really.
Oh, so it's already called for, huh?
Sir?
It's already called for then,
Oh
huh?
yeah, my granddaughter, she just turned 6, and this is her car. It's hot well.
Oh, that's neat. Here's a 55 Pontiac Star Chief. And when you look at the front of these, I know that's not what it is, but I always call these eyebrows on these cars here. Spotlights on it there. Okay, this 73 Corvette here is in really good condition. And it does have a 454 there in it. Here's some custom motorcycles. You know, I don't know a lot about motorcycles. I used to ride them when I was younger, but that's been a long time ago. But there's a band in this coach back here behind them. Old funny car there. Look at the color on this IROC Camaro right here. That's not factory for that year, I'm sure. It looks good though, the way it did it. That's not factory either. '63 Corvette. Now this Nova here is close to the color of that IROC we saw down there just a minute ago. Okay, here's another white IROC. Been modified a little bit. Got a roll cage in this one here. Okay, I'm back outside now. Got cooled off a little bit. There's a, what, 72 Chevelle. Got a lot of chrome going on there. It's a 4-speed and it's got Ricardo buckets in here. Bright red Cutlass convertible. I guess mid-60s. They like the orange 2-door wagon here. It's not a Nomad. I saw a 57 2-door wagon recently and they had chrome script on it that said Nomad. Or not mad rather, instead of Nomad. Got pinstripe in there on the dash. A nice little white Mustang, or maybe off-white you call it. It does have a 289 in there. And it is for sale. There's the number, and they're asking $20,000. It is automatic. Here's a late '60s Chevy pickup truck right here. got California plates on the front here. If that's true, he's a long way from home. Nice interior. He's got updated seats from a later model vehicle in here, it looks like. The bed cover always comes in handy there. Okay, and this is a 37 Buick. You don't see a lot of these. Yeah, the front end on these old cars, they just look really cool to me. Okay, this is a 46 Chevrolet pickup truck right here. And I really like the contrast on the blue and silver there. Now this one is a 36 Chevrolet pickup truck, whereas the other one was a 46. I really like that pastel blue and white there, and it's got this kind of gold stripe here going around the cab area. Well, that red and silver 55, that red and silver look good together, and I can tell from here it's got silver interior, looks like. I don't know if you would refer to that as gray or silver. You gotta refer to it as nice though. All right, I'm about to go over in front of the stage area where they're playing copyrighted music and try to get some of those cars there, but I might have to play canned music over that. So from here on, you may get canned music. Okay, it was pretty loud here in front of the DJ stand, so I'm just going to have to talk over some of this to prevent getting copyrighted music. But anyway, here's a nice little sedan delivery. You can see it's got some custom graphic paint on there. And I like these swooshes, I guess what you would call them here on the inside. Some on both sides. I thought that was a nice touch there. I think this red car is about to leave here. I had to get this 57 as it was rolling by there. I wish you could hear the sound of the engine. And there goes I guess a mid or early 60s Ford station wagon, convertible rolling by there. And I think this was a Packard. It was a really big car, but it was really nice, restored really well. I like those dual spares they have on each side there. But it's a big, nice luxury car from back in the day. And the emblem on the back there, I think it said Packard 8, so I'm guessing it probably had a V8 engine in here. Nice tan leather interior. And I think this is a 38 Chevrolet, and I think the blue one on the other side is a 37. And I was just kind of looking at the differences between the two. Kind of like a prism effect they have on the engine there. Okay, those cars that just went by, they drowned out the sound of the music, so I just let those play. But looking at these two Chevrolets, notice on the The one on the left there, it has vertical lines on the grill, whereas the one on the right, or horizontal, and the one on the right is vertical. So they did change that during the year models. And the one on the right, as you can see, has a split windshield in the front. And there's also a little bit of difference in the design of the grill too. So there's a few changes. This little coupe here, I did notice it had a V6 in there, which that's probably plenty of power for this little small car, you know, to get you down the road as fast as you need to go. And here's another sedan delivery, and I'm not really sure what model it is or anything. Still a nice looking vehicle. Here's a little coupe that's got a flame job on it there. Little orange truck right here. I think it's a Morris. I have seen them before, but you don't see them very often. I think they might be British, but the engine there is a American V8 there. See, he's got a bit of a flame job there on the hood. And this little black coupe right here, I really like the use of the colors on the flame job. It's kind of like an old style flame job, which I really like those myself. As long as there's good contrast and it stands out really well, I like it pretty good. Now this pickup truck here, it says the world's fastest F100, and the signage there says it got up to 144. And these trucks, as you can see, they're big and got kind of a blunt front end, so they're not very aerodynamic. So getting up to 144 is probably a pretty good feat in one of these trucks right here. But as you can see, it is supercharged there. It's a really well done truck. I guess he's got, as you'll see, plexiglass in the bed there, where you can see the underworkings of the rear end and everything, and the suspension he's got in the back there. So this is a really nice truck. And this is a Cougar, and I noticed on front it has a Hurst equipped emblem on the front of it. So I guess there's some type of connection between Hurst shifters and Mercury at the time to provide shifters for the cars, which I know they've done it with other manufacturers, especially Oldsmobile, which, as you probably know, there's several years they made a Hurst Olds featuring their shifters in them. Good looking car right there. Got a lot of shine to that red paint. See, they kind of modified that antenna going there. And I'm not really sure what this is. I don't know if it's an old Buick or something like that. But as you can see, it has updated interior in it and everything. And this is a sport edition, Fairlane mid-60s, I guess. And I think it included some special chrome or thing like that on the roof right there underneath the sports coupe. Was only on the sports coupe on this year, but I'm not certain of that, but I'm pretty sure it is. And again, they've upgraded the interior in this too. Nice brown leather in there. Here's a couple 57 Chevys. I think that turquoise there would be a factory color on that, whereas the blue, I don't think it was there beside it. Blue in here is a post car. And that's actually an Impala steering wheel on that, so I think Impala could come out in 58, so I don't think that would be correct for that car, but that's okay if you like the steering wheel. You know, you can put anything in there that you like. That's what I do. I build it the way I wanted it. You see there's a faint flame job here on this 57 too, which looks really good to me. And I'm not really sure what this one here is. Maybe it's a Buick or something again. Now this old Bronco here, if you can find one that still has its wheel wells intact, they're worth a pretty good bit of money. A lot of these got cut out so they could put oversized tires under them to go off-roading and stuff. So finding one with good wheel wells is hard to do sometimes. Mid-60 Chevy pickup there. And here's a little Mustang convertible. Big old Cadillac. Hopefully I'm far enough away from the music where they want to get me. That'll be a Boss Hog on Dukes Hazzard. I don't think it's the same model. And Lisa pointed out that the tag says Casper 64. Little coupe. got 3 2-barrels on it there. There's a little COE. It's a Dodge. Now here's a Mercury Cyclone. These are really cool cars. You don't see them very often. They're kind of Torino-ish, I guess you could say. It's even got oil pressure and water temperature gauges here mounted underneath the hood there, so I guess when he's working on the car or something, he can keep a track of that, but it's pretty neat. This is a Cyclone. I think they actually had a Cyclone spoiler that actually came with one of the little wing spoilers on the back deck and a few other additions on it there. But it's really cool in here. You see the way the gauges are inset in the dash. If you're familiar, like the old Datsun 240Zs and things like that, they were done like that, which I always thought was kind of neat. And it is sitting beside this 1941 Willys, as you can see here. Looks like he's got a big block tower. He's got power. He's got a tunnel around with 2 4s on it there. Here's a 53 Chevy Lowrider here. Got kind of like blue metal flake paint. Changed the back tail lights there. As you can see, there's is all the equipment for the hydraulics there in the trunk. Print pattern on the roof here. Okay, here's a 1950 Chevrolet pickup truck. So he's got it all in clear right here. Pastel blue and white Ford here. A 1932 Ford pickup truck. It's really nice, as you can tell. Look at the custom hood straps he has here, holding the hood in place. Check out the big Bonneville right here. Looks like it's all original, just taking a glance at it. 455 4-barrel. Still got the green vinyl interior in here. Now, I hadn't got to the cars over in this area today, but I noticed a lot of cars are starting to leave. It's getting later in the day. But anyway, tomorrow I should be able to get to all these. Look at that one with louvers on the hood there. You ready out the grill? This is a Super Custom 65 Fairlane right here. As you can see, it's been lowered. Custom grill. Oh, that's nice in there. Yeah, you may not know how rare this is. This is a '69 Dodge Charger, but it's not standard Charger. You can see it doesn't have the hideaway headlights. It's a Charger 500, and the nose is more, I guess, aerodynamic. You'd say it didn't have the inset headlights that would catch air. It was a 440 Magnum. And I'm gonna show you something in a minute that you're not gonna believe, or you probably will, but I'll show you in a minute. The owner said I could open it up here. But anyway, it come with leather interior. This thing hadn't been touched. It's set for years. And
That's the original cracked up leather seat.
the original seats.
Yeah, leather cracked up seat, yeah.
Anyway, this car was all original, except for years. And the original owner, or I don't know if it was the original owner, but the owner that had it kept it for years and wouldn't sell it or anything. But let me show you the back here. See how this has a fastback? Normally this would be notched and the window would be recessed back in there. But if you look on the inside, I don't know how good a picture I can get. Let me change that. Zoom up on that glass right there. And you can see the old lines for the old back glass that would be in there. I actually cut that out and added this fastback on here for racing applications. And I removed the trunk hinges back also, because you can reach under there and you can find out where the original location was for that trunk. So this is a really special car right here. And it's unrestored, and I wouldn't restore it. I wouldn't do a thing to it. It's really cool.
Got that headline in there and that long package.
There's a better shot of how that was modified back there.
Yep. I had some guys who were restoring from Daytona.